going. So we are going to be talking tonight about onboarding with purpose. And this is a really, really big piece for us to be able to understand that as we bring in new ambassadors, that we need to be able to have systems in place to be the most successful that we can be, but to also help them be the most successful that they can be. And so I want us to be able to start looking through this a little bit tonight. And like I said, over the next several months, we will break this down so that you will have it bite for bite. If you have questions, please put them into the comments. I will make sure that I work through those so that I can answer anything that you have for us to be able to talk through. But every person that you add to your team as an ambassador, you need to treat every one of them the same. All of them are on a journey. They are all going to look a little bit different, and there's going to be a twofold difference that they'll be going through. But you treat them the same as you onboard them, figuring out which journey that they're actually going to take. And then from that decision, you will be able to set them up for success. So this process is so important. It's very simple because, guys, we want to be duplicatable. For you to be successful in network marketing, for you to be successful in your current business with Plexus Worldwide, you need to have a simple, duplicatable system that is in place, because I want you to understand that what you are teaching your people, they're going to teach their people. So if you feel like that there is a break in the chain in any way as you're looking at your levels down, you really do need to evaluate the way that you are teaching and training and speaking into your ambassadors and into those businesses, because they're going to duplicate exactly what you're doing. If you're doing nothing, they're going to do nothing. If you've got a system in place for them, they're going to follow that system because they're going to follow the leader. But they're also going to train and teach their people to do the exact same thing. Now, I believe that we can all say that we've learned some things trial and error. And I know I've been doing this 4.5 years, almost 5 years here in the next few months. And I've learned a lot. And I can say that sometimes we were duplicatable and sometimes we weren't. So we are learning as we go. But just know that what you model is what your people are going to model. And so your action becomes their action. So we really want to set up very clear directions and be systems based. Okay. So I want to start just in having conversation around smart prospecting. Now, if you have not watched our purposeful sharing training that we did 2 weeks ago, I would really say go back, watch that training. It's really, really important to understand your why, your impact statement, getting things started so that as you're prospecting, you're asking the right questions and sharing in the correct way. But we want to understand that the system that we are putting in place, the system that will become duplicatable, starts from your very first conversation that you have with a prospect. That could be in your message to that person, the way that you are messaging people. Your business leaders will message in the same way. So it starts with that first conversation. Everything you do is going to be duplicated down. So when you're having those conversations, you need to be energetic. You need to be motivating. You need to be excited. But to start smart and to sponsor smart, I want you to understand that you have to have that welcome pack and that subscription set up and scheduled for your people. So this piece is so important. I want us to look just a little bit of, sharing your impact story. Like I said, if you have not gone through that training, make sure that you do. Understanding of sending those third-party tools, setting up follow-up with those people that you're messaging and your potentials, putting them into a three-way chat with your sponsor, with your upline, inviting them to an event. It could be a Facebook event like tomorrow night. It could be a live event. And then closing that conversation by them becoming a customer or an ambassador. You repeat these steps all over and over again as your follow-up until you come to the place where they either say, no, I'm fully not interested at all, or they become a customer or an ambassador, okay? But I want us to talk about the welcome pack and the subscription. They really need to make that 60 to 90-day commitment. Guys, it is critical for them to do that. But I also just want you to hear some statistics as well. I need for you to understand that If they can't buy a welcome pack, or if they can't set up that subscription, they are not charged that subscription fee that first night whenever they're setting up their welcome pack. That subscription is going to be the following month. It's just as if they were a preferred customer where their subscription comes every single month. But if they're already telling you that they don't have the money to do a welcome pack and to set up that subscription, then I would even step back a little bit and say, A, do they need to be a customer? Or B, do we need to wait until they are ready? Because they need to sign up as an ambassador fully committed to doing the journey for at least 60 to 90 days. So setting up that subscription is so important for them to be successful. I want you to understand that 80% of ambassadors without that subscription set and for the order to come every single month, they don't order ever again. So if you're setting up your ambassadors with a welcome pack and not setting up their subscription, you are putting yourself in harm's way. 20% of your people will order the next month and be successful in their journey. So it's really important for you to be able to do that. And this is the deal, guys. It is because you want them to be successful. You want them to be fully committed. You want them to go into the health journey knowing that it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. You want them to know that you're really, really, really serious about their health results, about their business results. And so setting that up in the beginning and being professional in that is so key and so important. So this is just some of that I just talked about. The big thing is that ripple effect and understanding team attrition. And I know that I talk to so many leaders on a monthly basis that are not retaining their ambassadors. This is where I would say I need for you to do a little bit of reflection. I need for you to look and see if you'll look at your onboarding system and how you are even having the conversations from the very, very beginning. Because if that piece is not in place, then those people will not even set it up in place for the people that they're bringing. You want this to be a legacy business. You want this business to be a ripple effect of impacting lives way bigger than you. You want a team that you are impacting thousands of people and being able to speak into their life and to be able to help them with their health and with their business, with their financial future, with their freedom. And you want that for yourself and for your own family. So to do that, smart prospecting is very key from the very, very beginning. So let's talk a little bit about the system. These are really, I think about it like a standard operating procedures, right? Whenever I was in corporate America, for any of us that have had a job in any way, whether that's at 7-Eleven, if that's a summer camp, if that is at a medical clinic, corporate, nonprofit, I don't care what it is, you have standard operating procedures. You have to be trained on those. You have to follow through on those. That is what you follow on a consistent everyday basis. And I really want you to look at this onboarding style as that. It's your standard operating procedures. Every single person goes through the process. But this is the deal. You want to keep it really, really simple. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want to overwhelm your new ambassadors because they will immediately go, okay, I don't know that I can do this. So you want to put it in a simple, compact way that they are comfortable with, that they know their next steps, they know exactly what they're supposed to do, and they will be very, very successful. So it's for all your ambassadors, whether they're business builders or they're wholesale ambassadors, okay? But it's so important from the very beginning to be very professional with how you are onboarding them. Don't judge those personal goals because it really keeps open doors for future leaders. So don't you make the decision on whether they want their products paid for or $500 or they want to go all the way or they just want to be a wholesale ambassador. The key is that you ask the questions and you let them answer those questions. But if you will have the conversations and show them the opportunity and what could be for them, today they may be saying no, but tomorrow they may be saying yes. So you want to keep that very, very professional as you're walking through that. So let's talk a little bit about how this onboarding system, onboarding with purpose, how it works. It's a 2-7-30 system. The 2 is for the first 48 hours. So for your first 2 days. The 7 is for your first week, and the 30 is for your first month. And we're going to talk through this. I'm so super excited about it. Let's walk through it together, okay? So let's look at your first 48 hours. In your first 48 hours, you want to make sure that you have got them on your team page. So whether that is the campaigners page or good to great page or both pages, you're adding them to that page of your Emerald upline, and then you are adding them possibly to the Passionate Pursuit page or maybe another uplines page. But in that first 48 hours, you're adding to the pages. And guys, this is what's so critical about that is when I sign my people up as an ambassador, I tell them that this is part of the process. Once again, it's your operating procedures. So let them know ahead of time, hey, I'm going to welcome you to my team page. Super, super excited for you to be there. You're going to see all the support, all the love. But I'm just giving you a heads up on that's what we're going to be working through. And so you let them know these things ahead of time. Now, I will also tell you for my people, I will add them to my Good to Great page. And if they are a business builder, I will also add them to the Passionate Pursuit page. I explain to them that they have a set of questions to work through. If they're brand new ambassadors, those questions might be a very simple answer, and that is okay. But I oftentimes do not add them to my uplines page or her uplines page, because both those pages are diamond pages and they can be overwhelming. And so I don't add people to those pages because I want to protect my people. I add them when I feel like that they're a little bit more seasoned. So make sure that you think through that, okay? Then you are going to send them a welcome email, and this can be a message in Facebook, or it can be a true email. I always ask the question, which one is better for you? This is just welcoming them to the page. You've already told them ahead of time whenever they sign up as an ambassador that you're going to be sending it. It will have a new ambassador training link to it that they can watch. It will also have the compensation plan link to it for them to be able to click on. It's that simple. And it will have your product information, how to take the products, when to get started. That's it. It's nothing more than that. Now, I will also tell you that on welcoming your people, that is what I do just for my people. But if I have a level 2, 3, 4 that has come into our team, come into our family, I will reach down and welcome them through a voice clip on Facebook Messenger or a quick message to them that's typed out, just welcoming them and letting them know how excited that I am for them to be with us. I think that is a wonderful system for them to see the love, the support, and the encouragement that they get from our team, and that they're not doing this alone. Then you are going to be doing a shout out post, and you're going to be telling them about this, sharing this with them. This is going to create curiosity, and I'm not going to talk about it here because I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. It's going to make some sense to you at that time. But that post in itself is just saying, hey, I am so excited. Melissa, my friend, told me all about this new health journey that I am on, and I'm super excited to get started. It is truly a curiosity. You're not going to talk about plexus, about the company. You're going to let people know, hey, I've made the intentional decision to change my life, to change my future. So also in those first 2 days, those first 48 hours, you're going to do a 3-way chat with your sponsor. You're going to introduce your new ambassador to your upline, and there's going to be some conversation that happens there, just a sweet welcome, maybe sharing a little bit about your story, about the opportunity. So that is what happens there. And then, guys, it is so important to have this phone call. Now, for me, the phone call happens whenever I am signing up my ambassador, because I sign up my people myself, like not myself, but on the phone. We are together, I'm walking them through it, or we're meeting one-on-one. If you're not doing that and you have an ambassador that starts, you need to call them and let them know that you want to have a conversation with them, that you want to set up a meeting with them so that you can just onboard them well, just educate them, etc. So that is what that phone call is for, okay? This is for every new ambassador every single time. Once again, whether they are a wholesale ambassador or they are a business builder, you want to work through this process with every single one of them. You're starting a system that is very, very duplicatable. You're also opening up some conversations and opening up some doors of opportunity that they might not have even thought about when you were prospecting with them. Okay, the second thing is in your first 7 days. So this is the 7 of the 2-7-30 system. This is really determining the pace. Is this a person that is wanting to get her products paid for? Or is he wanting to make $500 a month to maybe go on vacations or take his kiddos to do sporting events, different things like that? Or are they all out fully into the business, even thinking about going fast start gold? And that's what that FSG is. You need to learn these things in your first week with your new ambassador so that you know the pace that they want to go, because you need to match that pace. So in these first 7 days, when you sit down with them, you are going to help them make their list of 64. I'm going to try to pull up that page here in just a minute. I should have put it into this presentation, but I think everyone has seen that. It is in your back office. It's a wonderful diagram of 64 spots for you to add names to. So you're going to have them write that information down. And now if you have lower levels whose uplines aren't doing the business, you're going to want to reach out to them and have these game planning meetings with them. Have those phone calls with them. And guys, this doesn't have to be a one-on-one meeting, like face-to-face, belly-to-belly. It can be on a phone call. I would say possibly do your best to do it as a Zoom. If it's a phone call, then you'll want to send the materials ahead of time so that they have it in front of them. If it's a Zoom, then you can do a share screen with them. Three-way chats. This piece is so important in those first 3 days. It's a must for your new people to be prospecting and for your newbies, okay? So three-way chats are huge. I promise you, the people that I have watched over the last year and a half that we have been doing three-way chats, the successful people are the ones that are doing the three-way chats. If you are not doing a three-way chat and you see yourself struggling a little bit, once again, I would say evaluate that, and most probably it's because you have not incorporated this wonderful, wonderful tool of engagement into your business. And it's super important for you to do that. You want to get them into a training or an event immediately within that first week. So what would that look like? It could be a newbie that's, tonight's training, or it could be tomorrow night's event. We're always doing events. We're always funneling you to an event or a training. So you want to get that set up. You want to take them to a live event. If there's a live event going on, get that scheduled with them. And then you want to share some form of a posting plan, like how to post, 7 days, like a 7 and 7 plan. We'll be talking about that a little bit more, but you want them to start posting immediately. You're going to help them set those goals. And then you're going to do that live curiosity post. And that is when their welcome pack comes in. It's super, super exciting. I have been watching people do this live curiosity post, not only in our business, but other businesses. And it is so much fun because it gets me curious. I have lots of friends that do network marketing with Plexus, do network marketing with others. And it's just an exciting piece to watch them bring out that curiosity. And it's exactly what it does. And you want this for your new ambassadors because they're going to get comments, they're going to get likes, and that's going to be part of their process of being able to even go silver in their first month. So that's an important piece. Once again, I'm going to break that down a little bit more here in just a few minutes. Now, I'm going to be putting this on our team page on Passionate Pursuit. This is what you will use when you are having that game plan meeting. Now, this is so important for you to understand because you want a one-page guide. If you have anything more than just a one-page guide, it's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be way too much information, and you're going to lose your new ambassadors because they're going to get too overwhelmed. So in this, you're going to help them set their goals. What is their financial goal for 1 year from now? What is their monthly goal? And really ask them to make that commitment for 1 year to work their business and to sign that commitment. That's what you see in that second little spot. Then you're going to help them work through their why. Such an important piece. Once again, go back to purposeful sharing, where we also did 5 days of intentional understanding your why 2 weeks ago. So that might be something that you want to go back to as well. It will be in a unit so that you can see all that information together. So it's a training unit that we put together. But you're going to help them figure out, why are they getting into Plexus? What is their desire for it to be able to help them? What's the impact that they're wanting? And how are they wanting to impact others around them? So you're going to work through that with them. What's going to keep them staying motivated? You're going to ask them that because you want to put it down and you want to keep it accountable. It's going to help you help them stay motivated and excited about everything that is going on. Then the next thing is getting prepared. And you want them to work on this within their first 7 days. Their 10 top, kind of their easiest friends and family that they can reach out to. And then 10 of their best, like their A team, like who are those people? You want them to be able to write those people down. You want them to get prepared because you want them to start reaching out to those people. Now, this is the back of that one-page guide, okay? Facebook, social media, those are those curiosity posts. Every time that they do one, you're going to check it off. You're going to have them check it off. And then you're going to work through their milestones, 3 customers, their silver promotion with 3 ambassadors, getting to 500 PV, going and participating in 2 events. One will be their launch party, and one will be a 7-day challenge, or one of the challenges that we do. Not only them participating, but them asking people to be a part of, and then that really big milestone of getting to 1,000 PV. So they will check those off as they go. This doesn't happen overnight, but it's just a guide for them to go through, and then getting plugged in. And of course, you can't see it really well right here, but getting them into their team pages, helping them know which ones those are, and then activity assignments. So whatever it is that you're assigning for them for those next, 2 weeks or 1 week, have them write those things down, commit to those things. So really important piece, okay? And those things are going to happen in your first week. Everything that we just worked through. So your 48 hours, your first week. Here is your first 30 days. So your first 30 days is your impact story, and sharing that. That is your third and final curiosity post, which we once again are about to talk through. You're going to want them to do that basically on that 30th day, somewhere right in there. What do they want to do through Plexus, and what do they want? Who do they want to impact? You're going to be working through that. They need to know to use those third-party tools because, guys, they're prospecting at this point. So they're working through the prospecting. They're engaging in those 3-way chats. It's so important that we help them earn while they learn, and they do that in 3-way chats because they're bringing you into the conversations as people are seeing their posts, they're liking them, they're commenting, they're watching their live videos. All of those pieces of that engagement, they're bringing you into those conversations. And this contact list of 64 that we did, at the beginning of when they first signed up, we really want them to work through all 64 in those first 30 days. And we want them to do that slowly. That's only contacting 2 to 3 people a day. So they can definitely do that. They don't have to, have a sprint. They can do a marathon with that, but that's really the goal, is to be able to get through that. And and then just helping them develop their story. It's the big piece that they need to understand is that they don't have to have the story. They don't have to have, it's a journey, right? They're working through a process of a journey. And so you're helping them develop that. One thing about that last live, and actually they can do it every time, but the last live is a really big one, because that is after 30 days of their experience on this journey, what they've benefited from, how they feel, what their energy is, how they want this to impact their family and their friends. And so they might want to do a reminder on their personal page, like a little graphic or something, letting people know that they're going to go live so that their friends can be there with them to work through that. Now, understand, if you have a person that is wanting to go fast start gold, this whole thing will go at a way faster pace. But this is for your average person that is wanting to do the business, wanting to pay for their products, make $500 a month, or really are all in, that they want this to be their full-time type of a income producing business. So that is the 2-7-30. We will continue to work through that. Just important for you to know that we have a system for reaching out, reaching down to our people, helping them to know the different things that they need to do, and just understanding their goal. Now, I do want you to understand, that it's your job to help them through that prospecting process, okay? And getting through that. You're going to help and teach them through objectives for how to position themselves, how to brand themselves. It is on you to maintain that contact. If you have people that are wanting to do this business, you really want to touch them in some way every single day. It might be that y'all have an ongoing kind of thread of conversation back and forth, or a text, or you've given them some assignments and you're following up with that. You're really learning if they're coachable, right? And working through that. If it is somebody that is just wholesale and you've had that first 48 hours with them, you've helped them on board with the products and different things like that, you can be working with them just every week, every other week, and you kind of know the system for that, of getting them onboarded if they are just doing just the products, okay? So let's talk a little bit about these curiosity posts. Absolutely love this. And the first one that you want to do is in your first 48 to 72 hours. And you can help them set up, that's whenever you're setting up their game plan, you have that meeting with them with that one pager of information. You're going to help them understand how to go live. It might happen right after that meeting. You don't want them to mention plexus in any way. You just want them to be excited. And it's pretty cool to kind of see this and how it works, and just talk about that excitement about becoming an entrepreneur. They might share their why of what was it that was missing in their business, or what they've been doing that they feel like that, this business is going to help them. And they just say, I'm so excited that I'm becoming an entrepreneur, that I'm starting this journey. And so they can mention your name, all that kind of stuff. So that's that very first one. It's very quick, guys. It's just saying, hey, I'm out there. I'm excited. I'm going for it. Okay. That second curiosity post, they're going to do that in that first 7 days. And that is when their welcome pack arrives. And they're actually going to go live with their welcome pack. They're going to open it live. They're going to let the people see as they unbox it. And they might pick 1 or 2 products that they're truly excited about. And maybe talk a little bit about why. Why are they excited about the Slim Hunger Control, or about the Lean, or about Joyome, or about the ProBio 5. So talking about just a couple of those, about what their excitement is. And this is what I love, because in this live, they're going to kind of put a little hook in there to let their friends and family know that they're going to come back. At the end of 30 days, they're going to give it a good 30 days, and they're going to talk a little bit. So they might say, hey guys, I'm committed to this journey, and I'm going to check back in with you in the next few weeks to update you on how I'm doing. I'd love to hear from you as well. If this is a journey that you want to take with me, I'd love for you to do it with me. It's way more fun with friends. So just message me or comment here below, and let's talk, okay? So they're kind of putting that hook out there that in 30 days, I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling. And that is that third curiosity post. That's going to happen around day 30, somewhere right in there. And it's going to mark that 30 days of their journey. And it's going to keep people engaged with what they're doing. So they heard that they like intentionally made a decision to make a change. Then they saw them open up that welcome pack, and now they're hearing after 30 days, how are they feeling? So they're going to share a little bit about their personal story. The cool thing about this is that you've now been working with them for 30 days. You've helped them with their why, their impact statement. You've helped them get their people into place. They've been reaching out to people all this time. So they have got that personal story and how it relates to these products, and they get to share that. We really want them to concentrate on how they feel. And you've got to understand that this is not a sales pitch. You are asking those that are listening to update you as you're going live, as your new ambassadors going live. Like, tell me about your entrepreneur journey and how's that going? So you really are touching on both the product side and the opportunity side and getting the curiosity going. So these first 30 days, guys, it's so important for their business to get them into action immediately, because they will see the results if they start moving immediately. So I really want you to nudge them on doing these posts, because it's so exciting, so fun, and they will get engagement through it. Okay, so I want you to do a little bit of homework. I want you to kind of reflect just a little bit on your current business, the system that you have in place. Do you feel like that you're adding value today? Do you feel like that you're helping your newbies? Is it a system that is happening systematically, that you're doing with every single ambassador? You know, if you have a great system in place and it's working, I say fantastic, like keep it up. But as you evaluate, if you feel like that you don't have a good onboarding system, I think that this one is a great one for you to do, because this is the bottom line. It's all about your people. It's best, it's what's best for them. If you are in this business and you are really intentional, you are realizing very quickly that you are a servant leader. That you are serving people. That's how you will see success, and that's how they will see success. So I want you to evaluate what you're doing today. Are you serving your people well? Because when you get to a place of having a system that is working, that is building momentum, that is getting people excited, getting results, it's going to bring success. And we want to have a system in place that our businesses are system dependent and not people dependent, because that's truly where you're going to find your freedom, is when you have a system going and it's duplicatable to where you're not putting hours and hours and hours of time into reinventing the wheel, resetting the motion. If you look on our business page, our Passionate Pursuit, we're just getting into the process, but you're going to see it this week. It's become a learning page to where we will have units of learning, and you can literally put your new ambassadors into those learning units for them to go through that, and then you'll just check in with them to see how they're doing, how they're progressing, and it will be a piece of your onboarding. So that's pretty exciting that we are going through the process in that way. So I hope that this has been good for you. Like I said, you probably were like, whoa, what just happened? I'm super excited. I've already put some of these things into place. We will be getting out all the tools to you, so you're going to start seeing them on Passionate Pursuits page in the files. And we will be going live on several of these pieces so that you can learn bite by bite, piece by piece, what to do. If you have any questions, ask the questions as your brain is reeling. Put it out there. I will get to everything, I promise. And I'm super, super excited. Would love to hear your feedback, what you think. And I hope you guys have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.